Yama, I'm Jack, and this is that show called Newsbreak. The Commonwealth Games are coming back to Australia. A big win for this 10-year-old. And a life-size car made from Lego. But first, I have something to tell you. Subscribe! Victoria has been confirmed as the host for the 2026 Commonwealth Games. And for the first time ever, they won't be held in just one big city. Here's Leela.
Guys, guess what? The Commonwealth Games are definitely coming to Ballarat.
Are you serious?
So exciting!
As you can see, these guys are super excited to have the Commonwealth Games come to them.
When we found out 2 weeks ago that it was a possibility, that was super exciting, and now that it's actually happening, that's amazing.
The Games happen once every 4 years. They're a bit like the Olympics, but only feature countries that are part of the Commonwealth. Melbourne's actually hosted before, back in 2006, but this time around, Victoria will host, making it the first time in the comp's 92-year history that the Games won't be hosted by a single city. Instead, events will be spread out across regional Victoria, with only the opening ceremony taking place in the capital. It's a huge deal for places like Ballarat, where these guys are from.
So I'm a runner, and it will make me more exciting because I'll get to watch runners from other countries.
I do cross country and track, and watching the elite runners will be super exciting.
But there is a 4-year wait.
It's going to take a long time, but when it finally comes, it'll be worth it.
Watching the Birmingham Commonwealth Games this year will be even more exciting, knowing that next time it will be in Ballarat.
If you've ever wanted to own a piece of the moon, well, tomorrow's your big chance. The very first sample of dust collected from the moon is going up for auction in New York. It was taken during the Apollo 11 mission in 1969 by Neil Armstrong.
30 seconds forward.
He was the first human being to step foot on that big rock in the sky, and famously said this.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
If you are keen to snap up the lunar dust, it's expected to go for at least $1 million, so that rules me out. Up next, we meet 10-year-old Malia Knox. For the past 2 years, she's been on a mission to get more statues honouring women in Queensland. Gladys checks in to see how it's been going.
From sporting stars to scientists, musicians and monarchs, the overwhelming majority of Queensland statues are men. That's something 10-year-old Malia Knox has been working for 2 years to try and change.
I started this campaign so there can be more statues, pictures and plaques of women in Brisbane and Australia, so that young girls like me can look up to them and know what they want to be when they grow up.
In her research, Malia found there were only 3 official statues of women in Brisbane. She decided that wasn't good enough. Over the past 2 years, Malia's collected 800 signatures in a petition to Parliament, plus a whopping $20,000 to help pay for a new statue. Now all her hard work has finally paid off. The government's just announced a bronze statue to be placed outside the Brisbane Planetarium of Dr. Abigail Allwood, the first woman and Australian to be a principal investigator on a mission to Mars.
It's very exciting that there's finally going to be a statue of a woman right here.
It's a big win for Malia and her campaign, and she's hoping that this is just the beginning, and that we'll be seeing even more statues of inspiring Aussie women in the future.
These next stories are brought to you by the letter O, because they're sure to make you go, ooh, and oh, and ooh. 288,315. That's the number of Lego bricks that were used to make this life-size version of a Formula One car. It took about 1,893 hours to build, and it even has the tick of approval from F1 drivers Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. Ooh. Wait for it, wait for it. Ooh, there it is. The moment 16-year-old Japanese freestyler Hiroto Ogiwara landed the world's first backside 2160 at a snowboarding event in Switzerland. Let's watch it again. Ooh. And check out these spectacular shots from Pachama, a light festival in Alice Springs showcasing the oldest continuous culture on Earth with the latest technology. The festival uses the MacDonnell Ranges in Central Australia as a backdrop for artworks, performances, music, and of course, spectacular light installations. Oh no, it's time to go, but we'll see you tomorrow with Joe, maybe. I don't know. Bye! Oh, and go and hit subscribe-o.